Hey, I want to do a quick video showing y'all how I curl my hair. I get asked all the time, so I figured I would just make a video real quick and show you guys. So first thing I do is I just take it by my temples and separate it and clip it up. It's gonna look real cute. And then I use a 1-inch curling iron, and I've had this one for like 7 years. It's a Hot Tools. And I just start here and I take about sections out that thick, and then I just start curling, and I don't leave it on there for long, and I just pull it out. And actually it's a little hot, so let me turn it down. I can't really see the numbers on here anymore either. I think it's around 325. And I just pull it out like that, and I leave it curled. And I just keep going back, same direction on this bottom layer, and then I just pull it out like that. The back section, I don't really care about how the bottom of it looks, like if it's curled perfect or not, because my curls, I don't try to do like perfect ringlets, just kind of the messy, curly look. Same on this side. I try not to leave the sides in right here too long, just because they are more damaged than the rest of my hair. Okay, and then once I have it curled all the way around, I will just run my fingers through it. Just like that, and then I'll bring the next layer down. And I typically do about 3 layers. And so with this layer, I will go forward and backwards, but around my face, I always go backwards. And when I'm doing this layer, I will pull it out and then twirl it up around again. And that kind of gives it like a beachy wave look. I'll show you. And it just kind of throws in like a different curl. So the first like 2, I curl away from my face. And I'm not going all the way down. I'm leaving about 1 inch out. And curl up, pull down, and curl up. And then I just let it fall out. And then I'll do this one towards my face, still leaving about 1 inch out. And then I'll pull it down like that, and then curl it back up. Pull it down, and curl it back up. And then I just lightly let it out. This is day 2 hair for me, so I washed it Wednesday night. And I usually don't ever curl my hair on day 1, just because it's just too clean. And then I will use texturizing spray to give it some more texture and volume, since it is, you know, pretty clean for me. And the ones in the very back, I just curl to the back and I just leave them. I don't twist up. And I just kind of feel for it. And it's not perfect. It's a little messy, but it's fine because that's how I like my curls. And then the same for this side again. I just take thicker sections the further I go away from my face. See how I just pull it down, but I'm leaving it clamped, and then I just curl it right back up. And I kind of do it fast. This one will go away from my face again. I'm not leaving it on long. And then I curl it out. And then this section, I will go forward with it. And the ones in the back, I'll leave on a little bit longer because those tend to fall because the back of my hair is kind of heavier than the fret and the sides. I just keep going with the same motion towards the back of my hair. And I just kind of feel around to see if I can feel any hairs that feel cool and like haven't had any heat to them. And then I'll curl those that it feels pretty good. And then I'll take my hands again and run them through and see how they're not like perfect curls. Some are like straighter than others. And if you see any that you want to like mess with, like this right here, it's a little too kinky, like the same length for me. So I'm going to take a piece and a smaller piece and curl it a little tighter so they don't all look so uniform. Just like that. And I'm going to leave it. And then for my top layer, I just let it all down.
Then I just take same size sections. And it's going to stay like that. This here,
I will section it off and do a smaller section underneath. And this one I will curl towards my face. And this I'll curl away. And I'll leave like an inch still on the top as well off. And then pull it through. Back with this one. And I'll just leave this one like that. I won't twist it up. I don't do all of them, especially on the top layer. And this one I'm going to section smaller, and I'm going to do one small piece going towards my face. I will twist this one up. So really it's just like messy, like it's every other curl. And then the rest of them I'll go backwards. Twisting this one up near my face, and then I'll bring it all the way down through to soften out that bottom curl. And then I'll do this away. So I don't do them the same on both sides because this is my lighter side of hair. So I like to do like 2 on this side going away and then 1 going forward. So I'll make this small one going forward. And twisting it up a little and then pulling it down. And I just let it part where my natural part is. And then when I put like the texturizing spray in it, I will, sometimes I'll flip it over and part it like hard part over and give it some volume, or I'll just leave it parted down the middle. It just really kind of depends on how the curls look once I'm done. And I just fill around for uncurled ones. Okay, now that I have it, I feel like I have it all curled. Yeah. Okay, now that I have it all curled, I am gonna run my fingers through it just like this. And sometimes there is spots where it's like kinkier than others. I've got so many baby hairs. Sometimes there's some spots like right here, it looks a little kinky and frizzy. So I'm just gonna take this top part and I'm gonna flatten it back out because I don't like the way that looks. And that's all I did. I just ran right over right there. And then I'm gonna do the same for this side. And I'm barely running over it just to loosen up that curl. And throughout the day, it'll loosen up too.
So once
I get it all curled and I know that there's not any pieces that are like missing a curl, I will then go in with the Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast. This stuff is amazing. And I just shake it up and I just lift up my hair and I spray it. And it smells so good. And then I just lift up around the back, around my crown, and I spray it in. And usually right here, it'll piece away from each other. So I just tuck that for a while. Then I'll top it off with just some hairspray. This is a flexible hold hairspray. It's Chi. It smells really good and it holds pretty well, but it's still flexible to where it doesn't look crunchy. And I'll just spray that there. The key to like getting it to hold where you want it to is lifting up and spraying once you have it lifted. That way when you let go, it kind of, for the most part, will stay where you're at. So this is it. These are the curls. Messy, fun curls. And they'll last me the rest of this week. Like I'll have to just touch up a little bit, but for the most part, my curls will stay intact.